The case of People versus Reyes. The facts of this case are as follows. In the barrio of Macalong, province of Tarlac, there is a chapel where it is customary to hold what is known in local parlance as pabasa. As stated by the lower court, the term pabasa is applied to the act of the people professing the Roman Catholic faith. While the pabasa was going on the evening of April 10, 1933, between 11 and 12 o'clock, the defendants Procopio Reyes, together with six companions, arrived at the place carrying bolos and crowbars and started to construct a barbed wire fence in front of the chapel. Alfonso Castillo, who was a chairman of the committee in charge of the pabasa, tried to persuade them to refrain from carrying out their plan by reminding them of the fact that it was Holy Week and it was highly improper to construct a fence at that time of the evening. A verbal altercation ensued. It appears that many years ago the Clemente family, by informal donation, gave the land on which the old chapel was erected, and when it was destroyed, the present chapel was erected, and there is now a dispute as to whether the new chapel is not now impinging on the land that belongs to the Clemente family. So the issue in this case is whether or not the acts of the defendants is notoriously offensive to the feelings of the faithful under Article 13.3 of the RPC. The court held no. It is to be noted that Article 133 of the Revised Penal Code punishes acts notoriously offensive to the feelings of the faithful. In this case, the construction of a fence, even though irritating and vexatious under the circumstances to those present, is not such an act as can be designated as notoriously offensive to the faithful, as normally such an act would be a matter of complete indifference to those not present, no matter how religious a turn of mind they might be. It is urged by the court that the act of building a fence was innocent and was simply to protect a private property rights. The fact that this argument is a pretense only is clearly shown by the circumstances under which the fence was constructed, namely, late at night and in such a way as to vex and annoy the parties who had gathered to celebrate the pabasa, and is further shown by the fact that many of the appellants saw fit to introduce as their defense a false alibi. Appellants are therefore acquitted of violation of Article 133 of the Revised Penal Code, but found guilty of violation of Article 287 of the Revised Penal Code, or unjust vexation. So this case, in relation with Article 133, offending the religious feelings, these are the following elements: that acts complained of were performed in a place devoted to religious worship or during the celebration of any religious ceremony, and that the acts must be notoriously offensive to the feelings of the faithful. So, the last element, that the acts must be notoriously offensive to the feelings of the faithful, is not present in this case, because the construction of a fence, even though irritating and vexatious under the circumstances to those present, is not such an act as can be designated as notoriously offensive to the faithful. Hence, this article will not apply in this case.